I'm Fitty,
I'm Schmitty.
and this is our entry into the 97.5 Dream Job Contest.
We should really discuss David Stern turning the whole draft into his own party because it's his last one. David Stern is pompous and arrogant, and he tried to turn. That should have been a moment for that kid. 20 years old, he just got drafted into the NBA, and David Stern's calling the booze on because he can take him. It's not about you.
He loves the fact that people hate him. David Stern has put this league through lockouts. He's mismanaged everything. He is terrible at PR. He doesn't know how to relate to the fans. That's why they hate him. That's why they boot him.
The teams like the Heat and the teams that get these marquee free agents and get to the finals, they're few and far between anymore. You want to talk about building championship teams? The Sixers are on the right path to building a championship team.
What the Sixers did last night was they recovered from the Andrew Bynum disaster.
Yes.
They freed up a lot of money. They got young, and they're trying to draft. They're trying to build for the future. You know, everybody's talking about, you know, on Twitter and over the airwaves, it's winless for Wiggins. And unfortunately, that's what it's come down to. I mean, there are a few teams in the NBA that are absolutely going to tank it next year, and it's on purpose. Whether they want to admit it or not, it's what they have to do to get better and be able to compete in the future.
Especially with the success of the teams right now. You look at the Spurs, you look at the Thunder, you look at
and they all did it in the draft.
Exactly. They didn't do it through free agency. The Sixers were stuck in a cycle that was just terrible because they would have 40, 50 wins. They get to the playoffs. They might win a series. They might win 2 series. But guess what? They're not getting anywhere.
That's what the horrible thing about being mediocre in the NBA is. I mean, you don't get the lottery picks, but you know, there's never an NBA draft class that's, you know, big enough to make the top 15 teams happy. I mean, you have 2 or 3 guys every year, and that's about it.
And that's why I think the Sixers are on the right path. They're getting younger. They're not just building around 2, 3 guys. They're going to have depth. These guys are going to grow together. They're going to get a chemistry.
And that's what I like. And you know, a lot of people love Drew Holiday, and I get it. I was a Drew Holiday guy. But you're not going to get anywhere with Drew Holiday right now, especially around this team. They had to do what they had to do, and they did it. And I think they got it right. You know, people are going to like their record next year. They're not going to like the 5-6 game losing streaks. They're not going to like being 30 games below 500.
Right.
But
exactly.
it's what they have to do right now. It's what they have to do to prepare for the future.